With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After the run, Watson going to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs. Runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Ravens at 4-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Watson now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. The 40. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. On 2nd and inches, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 44, Watson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bulls have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point splits the uprights. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, it's Malone, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Report.
4th down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On first down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing again on second down. Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Being chased out left. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second and a yard, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! David Njoku from 21 yards away. And the Bulls take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Forced out to his left. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He's got room at the 30. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with career touchdown number 60. And the Bulls are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Yo, yo.
try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Watson on first down. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bulls will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Malone. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Hard throw, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Malone. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run the counter. Malone, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson rolling to his right.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Bulls are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
On 4th down, here's the option.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's going the other way. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Jackson to Bateman there. 1st down, Ravens.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Malone, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On second down now, it's Malone, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now we change it.
On 4th down, Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them more genuine.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Bulls will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
After the interception, here's Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On target to his man, Likely. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 28 yards. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bulls add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 29, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. On 1st down, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17 and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 24, Jackson. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing now, Watson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Quick throw completed by Watson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Malone knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Malone. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, officer! Hey!
One last shot for Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your